Hi everyone, Pete Pistone for MotorRacingNetwork.com. Day 2 of the NASCAR Sprint Media Tour rolled on, including a stop here at the NASCAR Hall of Fame in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina. But the day started with a presentation from Furniture Row Racing. Kurt Busch returns to drive the number 78 Chevrolet after getting with that race team at the end of last year and putting together 3 straight top 10 finishes. Busch thinks there's some foundation to build upon in 2013.
Yeah, when Furniture Row Racing brought Todd Berrier on, there was top 10s right away. And then it went back into a little bit of a lull. When I jumped in, there was those top 10s right away. So that's what we have to continue to do. We can't take any steps backwards. And there's pressure here like there is at any other organization to perform. And Barney Visser has put the investment into the program, and he wants to see his love of the sport as well as the investment he's made come into play. He wants it now, and all of us do. Joe Garone, Mark McCardle, Todd Berrier, myself, and all the guys back at the shop, we believe that we're a competitive team, and we believe we're going to do the right things to position ourselves for a successful run.
Michael Waltrip Racing was next up. Team owner Michael Waltrip on hand with his drivers Martin Truex Jr. and Clint Boyer, who both made the chase. Mark Martin and Brian Vickers, who will be back again to split the driving duties in the number 55. And after a breakthrough season in 2012 with Clint Boyer finishing second, he says he's not worried about any hangover effect about maybe moving up another position and winning the championship, given the nature and the format of the chase.
In my opinion, it's a successful year if you make that chase and you're part of that group. Anything can happen in 10 races. I mean, you can have look at, Martin Truex, my teammate. I mean, he had some bad luck there in a couple races, and he was 11th in points. He had a top 5 car, and there was definitely a top 5 team. So it's just, that's the chase. Look at us. I mean, the last race we went from 4th to 2nd and had some good fortune there. So definitely had some bad fortune the race before that, but anything can happen inside that chase. So just setting your goals appropriately, and for me that's setting out to win races and make that chase again and have a shot at the championship.
Then the tour headed here to the Hall of Fame for the annual NASCAR State of the Union address, if you will, from CEO Brian France, President Mike Helton. France outlining the new Gen 6 Sprint Cup Series car, its development and progress, which will make its debut at Speed Weeks in Daytona next month, as well as the new track drying system that could shorten track drying dramatically across all of the NASCAR landscape, including maybe 15 minutes at Martinsville Speedway. When Mr. France got done, we caught up with NASCAR President Mike Helton. He talked about his optimism for the 2013 season.
I think a lot of it has to do with around the car. And of course, this time of year, there's always a lot of anticipation for the season just because everybody's ready to go back to racing and see the new paint jobs, see the driver switches and crew chief changes, and see how that's all going to stack up. This year, the Gen 6 has added a great deal to that, though.
Tuesday night, we'll wrap up with a presentation from Chevrolet as well as a preview of the Nationwide Series. Check back at MotorRacingNetwork.com for a complete recap of all of that. Day 3 on Wednesday, we'll kick off with a visit of Earnhardt Ganassi Racing and lots more. So keep it right here at MotorRacingNetwork.com. At the NASCAR Hall of Fame in uptown Charlotte, this is Pete Pistone reporting.